Woo! It's another week show. That's TS.
And that's Sasha.
And we're live on idobi Radio. Christmas is around the corner. And weed is my personality. It's all of who I am. And I think a lot of you, but you have like cool music stuff too. I have radio stuff. So I guess that's cool. But like weed is like 90% of my personality. So it's really easy to get me Christmas presents. Like all you got to do is get a fucking bong or a rolling tray or something that's like
some sort of accessory or paraphernalia.
Because people like who are weed people tend to like that stuff. Like you never find a minimalist stoner really. It's either really like they love their tchotchkes, they love their different things. Like we love stuff, you know?
It'd be like, I'd be super stoked if somebody got me a nice piece of glass. And then attached it with and then came with a little jar with a little tree in it.
Yeah, exactly. Just get me some weed related shit and I will be happy. So my husband has known this for our entire relationship. I guess we've been together. I think this month or last month makes 13 years together. 10 years married next year. But we've been together for quite some time. Weed has obviously been a big part of my life for all of that time, really. I mean, I doubled down. So he gets me lots of weed related gifts. This time he really like outdid himself because I finally got my hands on Houseplant. Is it like in the
show? Yeah, the all-in-one rolling tray by Houseplant.
Woo! I have been wanting a houseplant thing. I've been wanting a houseplant thing for quite some time. Now they are pricey. Like Seth Rogen, obviously, and his partner, they do this high-end weed accessory company, and they're like kind of like the weed lifestyle. It's Houseplant. I remember I was like stoked because like a lot of these pieces like Seth makes or he designs or he approves. And then there's some just pieces that are cool that like, you know, are vibey and they think they do vinyl too. You know, they do like a whole like lifestyle thing. And Seth is really into doing ceramics and stuff. So I got the all-in-one rolling tray.
What?
It's very heavy.
I mean, it says on the box, it says concrete.
Oh my God.
Which is the Italian birthstone.
Yeah, Amarone. Yeah. So this is the rolling tray. Here's where you put your
colorful.
weed.
Okay, you got a like a little reservoir for weed. There's two other indentations.
Two other little homes that I'll show you. And then like, I don't know if you could see, like it's like rectangles.
Yeah.
This, I reckon, is for, because they provided papers and crutches.
Oh, your papers fit right in there and your crutches go right in that little indentation right there.
Right here. Okay. Or vice versa.
Okay.
That's the vibe I'm getting because those are the only two other things that they gave. So they did provide papers and crutches, which I think is pretty lit. I was like, I like when a place provides crutches. Like when you just provide papers, you do me a disservice because you know I need a crutch. Yeah, every modern stoner smokes a crutch.
In today's modern world, we need a pack of crutches.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was so heavy. Jesus. Yeah. So yeah, you have your crutches. Yeah, I have my crutches.
Came with a pack of crutches, a pack of papers.
I'm gonna put that right here in the designated area.
And they fit perfectly. Okay. What goes in those other? What goes in the other two indentations?
Well, I'll tell you. This is an ashtray.
Okay.
How cute!
Got a little spot to put your weed, put your joint on. It's not going to fall in. It's perfectly balanced. Adorable.
Oh my God. It's so fucking perfect. Now this, I fucking love, because I love to walk around with my weeds. I love it. So I feel like you would appreciate this. Now, this is what I've been waiting for, because I am going to smoke weed soon. It's going to be a glorious moment during the show. I'm usually 2 joints in by now at a quarter after 11, but this is a grinder.
That looks pretty heavy duty, a heavy duty grind. A mortal and pestle?
Yeah, mortal and pestle.
Wow, like you're an old timey pharmacist.
Yeah, I love to feel like an old timey pharmacist. That's like
or you're
what.
like grating Parmesan.
Yeah, which is also perfect for New Jersey and Italianisms. Yeah, so that is the all-in-one house rolling tray, houseplant rolling tray. I love it. It's so pretty. It's really, really, really nice. Now I'm going to roll weed on it, and then we'll talk about what it is.
All right.
We'll finally get to your question. God, stop bugging me.
I want to see this grinder in action.
I got Georgia pie flour. It is 30% in THCs, and
it's very respectable.
Very respectable. 2.52. I keep forgetting that. 2.52 terps. And was
That's
packaged.
Also very respectable.
Indeed. Okay, so I just used the grinder. It's all right.
The grinder. Okay, so the grinder's got like a cheese grater on the bottom, and it comes with a heavy sort of ceramic concrete.
Yeah, and the top it has like ridges in it.
Okay.
You know,
so
like
the grinder didn't work great. It looked a little bit like the holes were a little large on the large side.
Yeah, it definitely it's a large grind.
Yeah, a coarse grind.
Yes, exactly. A coarse grind. I don't know that I would love this for my joints. I like my joints nice and like blended weed.
Fine grind.
Exactly. Why? I don't know why I'm saying stupid adjectives. What did I say? Like a heavy grind? I don't know what I said before, but it was stupid. And now I just said blendery, but you know what I meant. You get me. You understand me, like not many people
I think
do.
blendery is the new word.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna start saying in this industry. So now I'm gonna smoke it. It's 20 minutes into the show. Where's my fucking? Oh, here it is. That's why I'm cranky, because I haven't smoked yet. I'm just kidding. I'm not cranky. So now while I'm smoking, you tell me what you're smoking.
No Till Kings again came across my desk, and this time it's the White Widow. I haven't had a proper White Widow probably since before Obama was elected. Like a true White Widow, but this brings me back. This is genuine. This is a great example of the White Widow as well.
I also have not had a good White Widow in quite some time.
You know, I have to say,
King says it again.
They do it again. It's delicious. It's smooth. It's organic.
I wish you were here to hit this bong.
That was is that the Rick and Morty bong that we picked up at your local head shop? Nice.
My local head shop that was called Tokimon. Yeah, on Park Avenue. He did. It's very big. It's a very big bong. Oh my god, I have the sweats. It's large.
I don't think there's a point of getting a small bong. That's like
no.
That's like that's like a good size.
It's big.
It is big. It's a big one.
I guess it's like Super Mario Brothers.
I think they're like the same.
Yeah, I think so. Super Mario Brothers is the OGs now. But this, I don't do bong hits a lot. I'm really a joint girl, but I've been flying through my weed, so I'm trying to not do that. So I just wanted to, and I also wanted to taste the weed through. I don't know. I like smoking joints better. You know, it felt like, because I smoked a joint of this morning, and it was so terpy. It was like that sort of cookies.
I feel like I don't get as chirpy of a hit through my bong as I do smoking a joint.
No, this is like
joint is the true flavor.
It is. And sometimes you'll get like the paper that'll give you a little bit of a burn sensation. But for me, joint is just like the perfect vehicle. And you got to have a good amount of weed to roll joints, right? Like you have to have,
True, true.
at least a gram of weed to like make a joint and then have some weed, so it's not economical, I guess, definitely costs more. But I don't know. For my buck, like I definitely did feel the effect of that. Like it hit me. But joints are just. But yes, what I was going to say is it does. It has a very sweet, pretty delicious flavor. And it does feel like 30%. Feels like I hit a 30% bong
Now
hit. It was such a
you're
big hit.
you're finding that more, like the percentages are going up in your local New Jersey cannabis?
It's interesting because it's interesting. I have not found in the dispensary that I was frequenting before. No, it was older weed.
Okay.
They weren't having any sales either, barely. And they would have some stuff on discount, but that stuff I was like, well, I don't know. And the variety like wasn't really there. I didn't love the brands. And I was like we talked about last week, I just need a brand I can trust. So when I went to cookies, it was because I wanted variety, not even because of the THC percentage. I kind of just resigned myself to thinking that like maybe they just can't go above a certain percentage. Maybe it's just not working out. But I mean, and who knows? I'm assuming these numbers are real. They feel real. This at least feels more terpy, than the weed I was smoking prior. Um, it's a bit smoother as well. And I definitely feel like this morning I was like, oh no, I definitely feel this like certain high that like like a higher percentage would make me feel. But the terpiness is what I noticed the most.
That flavor, those flavors
hmm It's like a
at, what
gassy
is it,
flavor.
2%?
Yeah, 2.5. And this is like
2.5% terps.
gelati and something else. It's like the Georgia pie.
Yes.
It's like all
Sure.
cookies, you know.
They're all that terpy,
Mhm.
sweet, a little gassy, a
They're very nice
little
there.
sweet.
They like security guard loves my hair. And yeah, it's like I definitely would say, I don't know, maybe in the other dispensaries the percentages are, or maybe they're growing weed and getting the percentages up. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on over here.
But they've
but
got you.
but I'm glad I found it, and I'm glad that it exists, even if I do have to drive. It's not that bad. I'm being a jerk off about it. I'm not even complaining. Did I complain?
Well, okay, in there, where I live in Hollywood, there's 1,
Mhm.
2, I could walk to 3, I could walk to 4 different dispensaries in the area
Yes, you can, and I can too.
pretty easily.
Yeah, we have dispensaries a stone's throw. A lot of your people come
Just
to your shop are people who live around the area.
oh, yeah, yeah. It's very convenient.
But then you had like, I mean, when we worked at the weed,
That was like a destination because
it
we
was
were
a
awesome.
destination. Yeah, people came from all over
All over the
that part
city.
of LA. Yeah, they really did. I mean, people really would come to the weed, and it was also like located off a pretty major freeway, or it is
Yeah,
located off a pretty major freeway. So, and right
major
by like a lot of landmarks. So it's out of,
studios and
yeah, exactly. Like out of what was available, the weed was leaps and bounds the place to go. And I feel like cookies might be like that too. I mean, today it's not like it was super busy or anything. It's also a Monday morning. You know, people's got things to do. So I would assume like on the weekends it gets. They were also doing Cyber Monday, so I ordered online as I do,
oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
everything was like 20% off.
We did a Cyber Monday too.
It's so
Extra
cool.
points. It is.
Yeah. I know I signed up for my points, but there's like an error or something, but whatever. I can't deal with it.
You need to get those points because the way you consume cannabis, you need to be on a rewards program.
I need to be on a loyalty program. I know. I was thinking that too. I was like, well, I fucking might as well. But no, it's like Dutch. I think it's the Dutchy app.
Oh,
Dutchy service.
Strikes again.
So like, I know. I'm like, wow, fucking POSs are still being POSs all these years later. Doesn't get any better. Yay. but yeah, I am happy. I'm going to take another hit and then we'll go to break after I take another hit. I hope this was exciting for everybody that I got the house plant, a piece of house plant art, because that's what it is, really.
It is.
What sound effect are you waiting to
functional,
play? What sound effect?
Functional
Are you
art.
waiting to play a sound effect?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I knew you were. I'm sorry, what were you saying? Functional?
It is a functional piece of art. It's very cool.
Yeah, functional piece of art. Look at all that smoke. Couldn't post this on Instagram. Or
Not
could
at
we?
all.
No, we could. We just wouldn't get pushed out.
No, we won't. We can post it. They just won't like it or push it out to anybody.
They just will be like, well, that was why I oughta.
Okay. Although I'm seeing like partial nudity on Instagram these days.
Where?
I know.
And
what's
when?
happening?
Tag me. All right. I will take a break. We'll come back and we'll talk about more stuff.
The nerds will be right back. It's never too late to join the sesh.
Pass that here.
We salute you, the United States of cannabis, under all 50 strains, one pre-roll, under bong. The Cool Nerd Weed Show on idobi Radio.
Yeah, then we're back. That's yes.
And that's Sasha.
I'm using my phone to record myself, but usually I text you because we're remote now. I hope you didn't really think I was yelling at you. I'm gonna think about that forever. That's what California has done to me. It's truly made me like more conscious of like how rough we can sound sometimes. But you're Italian. You also sound like that. I was listening to my family over the holiday weekend. I was like, we do sound like an angry folk, but we're not. We were having like the most fun we've ever had.
Yeah, I get in trouble with because of that from time to time.
Yes. So okay.
I totally understand.
I know you do. Which is why I think we have gotten along for so long. Because I think we both. It's really crazy though to be getting weed in New Jersey ever at all. So like I still do not take that for granted at all. I'm stoked that I get to do it. I am critical or we make jokes and whatnot, but even the worst recreational weed here is the best recreational weed because it is access and hopefully people are getting out of jail for it in most of the country. And, these are things that are good about this world. So you make the drive to cookies is what I'm saying. And enjoy your overpriced weed art, functional weed art, and don't feel like you don't deserve it because you do. You fucking do. Speaking of New Jersey, this must have come up on my prep because I am here and the technologies know I'm here. That's cool. I mean, I found it interesting. So we're
this one didn't come through for me. It's
really?
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg or whoever, I don't know. Somebody, whoever runs technology. That's crazy. So, well, this is a local, this is a radio station, actually, now that I'm looking at the actual thing. 1015 is New Jersey 1015. I had to have a couple friends who've worked on that radio station. It's a good radio station. Solid broadcasting comes from there. And they said they said that there is like a Census Bureau crossover with like some sort of cannabis price index. They like divided by like whatever, carry the two, and they find the highest cannabis highest cannabis consumption per capita. My elbows are kicking in, and those are a lot of words, but that like is the truth. That's what it is. And New Jersey is like amongst them. It's like one of the highest consumptions per capita. Oh yeah, highest was a play on the word high because nobody can help themselves in this world.
They didn't get out a thesaurus like I do when we write.
Well, we've been in the biz. This is new potatoes for these youngins. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Everybody keeps doing it. We do it too, like a lot. But yeah, we find other words. Like there's other words, but it's fine. I don't care. But I have to point it out because it's ridiculous. There's like a decent amount of stock footage on this on this page too of the joints on people's mouths. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see anybody's fucking crusty mouth.
It's always like unappealing. It's like the most unappealing photo, an unappealing joint.
It's like dirty hands, like breaking up
Yeah.
weed. Yeah. We are classy and clean, so get with it, media, big media. So Jersey is. So wait, the first three, or the top three are Manchester, New Hampshire, and H. That's New Hampshire, right?
Yeah, New Hampshire.
31.27 grams of weed per consumption per capita. I mean, I didn't see New Hampshire rounding out the three.
No, not at all.
These are states. These are cities and states that like I find to be.
They didn't even make the top cities of consumption with metric tons. I guess okay, so it's per capita. So there's an extra.
Per capita.
It's per capita.
Yes.
So that's based on population.
Yes.
So they're consuming a lot in Manchester, Illinois.
Yeah.
Or Manchester, New Hampshire.
Yeah. Huntington, West Virginia.
No, that's crazy right there.
They're number 2 with 34.9 grams of weed. West Virginia. No fucking way. What are you talking about?
They're getting all those terp sprayed packs, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh my God, the terp spray. Ooh, opinions about the terp spray are plenty everywhere. You know what? Do whatever feels good to you. I don't care what you do. Smoke the terp spray stuff. I don't care anymore. New Britain, Connecticut is number 1 with 38.98%.
Who would have
weed
thought?
Consumption per capita. So where does New Jersey? Sorry, that was gross. New Jersey fall into here? 32. Out of what does it say? Out of how many? I guess the states. I don't know.
Out of
how many?
35.
30.
I don't
That's
know.
not that many. That's not that high. But I get, yes, Newark, New Jersey is 32 on this list. It's Yahoo Finance if you want to see it in words. But yeah, New Jersey's high up there. Newark is smoking a decent amount of weed. But it's super low. Is this article misleading me?
I don't know. I need to see their math. I need to see their formula.
Damn you, Jersey 1015.
I think this because it just goes down and it just becomes an ad for all of the.
Well, yeah, all the dispensaries are
all the
listed
dispensaries.
Here. I mean, I guess they're helping out.
But
these are. Oh gosh, I wouldn't know.
You do love your cannabis consumption in New Jersey.
I do.
The
people. We all do. We all do. There's one right in Jersey City. Oh yeah. It's cool. Jersey really embraced it. They said, let's do this. So I'm with it. I'm happy. I'm grateful. never stopping. New Jersey, do what you do, and smoke more weed and have fun with it. It's great. I love to see it. I love to see my homie's parents fucking smoke weed. I love it. So that's good news for New Jersey. New York is finally getting somewhere.
Oh,
Maybe.
yeah. New York finally voted to settle their cannabis lawsuit, and it's going to clear the way to more dispensaries opening. It just needs to be finalized by a judge. The
Okay, now
lawsuit.
remind us, because we did talk about this. Remind us about the lawsuit.
There was a
What was this
lawsuit
lawsuit?
brought up in, I believe, August. It was a civil suit. That there was a restraining order in place barring any additional licensed cannabis dispensaries from opening, and barred the Office of Cannabis Management from handing out more licenses. So basically, a group of disabled veterans who are trying to open a cannabis dispensary, or several in New York, felt that they were being pushed aside in the full scheme of social equity.
Of
That
equity.
the first round of licensing was going to those who had been convicted of cannabis related crimes, so they were prioritized, and the vets felt that wasn't fair, and they should get priority too, as well. And it doesn't really say what they've come to an agreement, and
Okay.
as soon as the judge approves this, then all parties will be able to lift the injunction, and they can move forward with the licensing.
Well, that's great.
That is
That's
good.
good.
It's
That
good
is
news,
good. Yeah.
because it's not
Yeah.
only it's following up, there's manufacturers, there's
Mm-hmm.
growers, everybody is there's like a bottleneck. There's like all of these products are ready to go. The state said grow weed and go, and everything will be ready. And there's just these. It's a
Yeah, there's
commodity.
like
It's like,
1,000 dispensaries that are on hold right now.
yeah.
And
So
even more applications that are backed up.
the whole
New York
thing's
has had
been
a
a
rough go of
mess.
it. Yeah, it's been a mess. New York's had a really rough go of it. It's been a shame. I've been super stoked for New York. I went to the couple dispensaries that I found when they opened last year. I'll try and find more. Ooh, Dante's out here. I just remembered. We gotta find Dante. Gotta find Dante. Yeah, our old homie's here. He like runs a dispensary out here. I would love to talk to him about it, because it just
So
sounds crazy. So it may now. I'm curious. The veterans wanting social equity to be included in social that like level of social equity, who get first priority to open dispensaries. Is that something that's happened in other states? Do you know off the top of your dome?
not I. This is the first that I believe I've actually heard of something like this, where the veterans getting together and suing over social equity.
I
Um,
mean, I agree they should be a part of equity. They made the ultimate sacrifice, and
yeah,
they're trying to do the damn thing and make that paper. And we
like,
treat our veterans like ass cracks here,
yeah,
so
it's
we should
horrible.
let them in. And then like you gotta also figure out, like, where does weed stand in the government and government run programs and VA and all that stuff, and like it's like such a gross mess that like this. I mean, this should have, I guess, like, would have been nice if it was in the initial conversation, but at least it's in the conversation, and maybe more states will do it if they need to.
Yeah, it's really terrible that the vets had to sue the state to
Ugh.
get some sort of leg up and on the equity program.
Yeah. Yeah, equity is you need, obviously, like, it's the most important thing, That's the whole point of it all, at the root of it. Yeah, is it, let's get our weeds? Yes, safe access is equally as important. But the reason why you need safe access is because people have been so wrongly convicted of weed, and because infringed parts of the populations don't get opportunities like this, often. And like, this is our chance to make it right. So New York just like fouled things up like on multiple levels, and this was one of them. But it looks like something is going forward, and it would be lit if all of these dispensaries were to open. They've been cracking down on the fucking bodega dispensaries and the smoke shops, as you do. I don't know what's gonna be the future of that shit. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be like LA where that shit shut down. When we went recreational, like you saw some scattered maybe a year later or so, but you don't find that no mo unless it's a cowboy shop and you know it. If you walk in there, people are holding turkey bags. You're like, well, I don't know. That should be in here. Like in a weird, like there's a sesh thing and then there's a dispensary thing. Seshes are still the Wild West, but like there's a adult use dispensary thing. I feel like in New York, there's so many smoke shops. Like they are everywhere. So I don't know.
The people that have been coming in the shop over the holiday from New York specifically have told me that they're like, oh, I just go, I buy like a 3-pack from the bodega, and they're like, oh, it smells like vape. I'm like, oh, sprayed terp packs. Okay, cool. Who knows what you're getting? But they're like, everything's so expensive, and I just go and I get like a wax joint from my bodega. I'm like, oh man, don't do that. What are you smoking, man? But there'll be more shops will be opening soon, and you won't have to go and buy mystery pre-rolls from your bodega.
That is the New York sitch. We'll be right back.
The final Huff and Puff with TS and Sasha.
Yes. It is the final Huff and Puff, and I took too long of a hit. That's TS.
And that's Sasha.
And we're back. It's the Cool Nerd Beach show. Okay. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Oh,
the Maine
thing.
Maine.
Okay. You're going to have to do most of the talking here because you have the article.
Okay.
Paywall.
This was really weird, interesting article came through about Maine, and
this is crazy.
Apparently Maine has separate medical and adult use products and providers. So with that being said, the main providers of medical cannabis.
This, hold on, just to interject.
Okay.
This is crazy to me that they have two separate products. So now, if you ever said to yourself, I just had this conversation this morning. What is the difference between medicinal weed and recreational weed? The answer would be nothing except how you purchase it and the taxes. Mostly.
Yes.
Most states require testing for both.
Yes.
For all. It's one thing. It's just how you buy it.
Exactly. It's a tax. Generally it's just a tax structure. It's the same products. California, for a minute, you were allowed to get more potent edibles, but a lot of those have been phased out because it's just too complicated, I suppose. But in Maine, when they made their adult use cannabis, they made a whole separate laws and regulations that don't apply to their medical providers.
Now, I can see, just to interject again, I can see this being, because I did forget that California did that. Like, I could see this because I know that like when you're a medicinal patient, and there were patients who couldn't get what they got before right away because RSO wasn't being cleared. Like it was like difficult for some people, and that was hard.
Oh yeah,
So I understand the inclination of wanting to like
like
make medical patients, put them at ease by following a different protocol. Maybe it's just very it was dropped so quickly in California that like I forgot that you could get like 1,000 milligram capsules or whatever. You couldn't get
yeah,
that.
those medicinal 1,000 milligram capsules, or 100 capped out at 100 milligrams per capsule, like 1,000 milligram package,
Yeah, those shits
or
go
that
wild.
1,000 milligram brownie, the black bar brownie by Kiva,
Mhm.
RIP. Like a lot of our like serious medical patients were really bummed that they couldn't get that high dosage anymore in California.
For sure. So I can see it's just it was so, and here in New Jersey they do like the first 2 hours of like some dispensaries are like only open for medical, not all dispensaries, but some. So there are, again, ways of purchasing, but really not two different products or two different like
I like New Jersey.
avenues.
New Jersey prioritizes their medical patients. They get to shop before everybody
Some do.
else.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, some do, not all of them.
oh, okay. It's not like a standard, but okay, some
No.
do. But Maine has a two different system. And here's the part that really gets me, that I think is the craziest part of all, is that the medical cannabis in Maine is not required to be tested in any capacity, while the
Okay.
adult use
What?
cannabis is tested. And so, yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
I don't even
um,
know what those sounds were. I don't even know how to comprehend that. What the fuck do you mean? Like, how is that even okay? So, as consumers, I do hope that like the residents of Maine know that like, yes, is it like a pain in the ass for things to get tested and probably makes things cost a little more? I don't know, maybe, but like it's worth it because just as you were talking about before, the spray terp spray. Is that what you said? Terp
they have the
spray?
terp sprays. Um, well, yeah,
And say
that's.
the other thing, the other stuff that's bad for cancer patients.
Oh, okay, okay. We'll get there. Hold on, hold
Sorry.
on,
Okay,
hold
I'm
on.
jumping
Okay,
the
so um, the office, the Maine Office of Cannabis Policy, collected 127 samples of medical cannabis over the summer and had them inspected, and they ran them through the same testing process that's required for the adult use program. And of those 127 samples, 57 of them, or 45%, failed, meaning they had at least one banned um, material or substance. And
Oh my
that's
god.
bad. So, okay, so that banned substance that you were asking about is
Mm.
Eagle 20. One of the things was Eagle
Whoa.
20, which is it's a pesticide, it's a fungicide,
Yeah.
it takes care of
Yeah.
powdery mildew, all of the things. Now,
Yeah.
it's commonly used on grass and ornamentals to keep your ornamental plants and grass looking fresh and
Clean.
green.
Yeah. And
However,
unhold. No holes.
yeah, there's like they use it on golf courses.
Hmm.
So
But it's a
of-
but just to be clear, it's a pesticide.
it is a fungicide, pesticide.
Yeah.
It is a uh, it's poison. It's basically
I mean,
poison.
it's not like it hasn't been used in we like, but the whole reason for
It has
testing
been. Yes.
the whole reason for testing is because of stuff like that, because like that's that's not great to
Unscrupulous people would use Eagle 20 to save a crop. You're going to like trash your whole crop, or you're going to spray some Eagle 20 on and get rid of that powdery mildew and what's the other one? Uh, your spider mites and all that
yeah,
stuff.
spider mites. Oh my god. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So
Yeah.
these samples, the failed samples most commonly tested were the what is it? Myclobutylin, which is Eagle 20, and a bunch
Right.
of other pesticides that and things that cause severe problems, health problems, especially when you combust them. Like Eagle
Mm.
20 if you like, so a lot of these things that are used on strawberries or on other produce, you can technically you can wash them off. You can eat them, and they'll pass through your system with no issue,
Right.
generally.
And one,
But
yeah. Go ahead.
but
Sorry.
like smoking and putting
Yeah.
heat to Eagle 20 basically turns it into a poison. I've heard it compared to cyanide. So if you've smoked
Oh my
something with
God.
Eagle 20 on it, generally you get a headache pretty quickly. If something is giving you a
Right.
headache really right away, it's probably been sprayed. So like the fact that they're using these on the medical market is disgusting. Also, there's
God.
pushback. The part that gets me even more
This is
more
crazy.
is the
This is crazy.
is the pushback from the medical cannabis providers saying that that uh that,
Ain't no
that
thing. They're like,
there's
you know
nothing. They're like,
what?
yeah,
Show me someone who's upset about it. Show me someone who's they're like, nobody cares. Like, it's fine. There's been no adverse effects. We don't need to go the extra mile and make sure our sick, because it's medical. So it's clearly for an illness. Our sick patients aren't ingesting poison. That's fine. They're
if
fine.
you are selling something sprayed with Eagle 20 to somebody who has a debilitating disease, cancer, HIV, immunocompromised, anything,
You should
then
rethink your life.
you should, and you are fucked. Like
You're fucked.
you're
And
so
that's a real goddamn shame. Shame on you, the Maine. I'm gonna get
Maine medical.
I'm gonna get I don't know, I'm trying to think of a local like news station, like the shame on you. Like 7 on your side. I'm gonna get
So
7 on your side
we're gonna fight
to go
back with
after Maine.
we're gonna fight back with David Horowitz.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck all that, man. Come on, man. See, now that's bad practice. That's why, I mean, I guess it's like a good reason why a lot of the time medical weed is not different than recreational weed. It's just how you buy it. This is a good reason why it shouldn't be, because if you were using that practice for good, as in like putting your medical patients first and making sure they can have access to things that they had before, that would be great. This just seems insane to me. It seems insane. Ew, gross. If you're in Maine, smoke from a recreational dispensary, please. Please.
Yeah,
I know if you're medical, you want to think that that's the safer choice, but not here or not in Maine. Damn you. Figure it out. Boo.
you're better than that, Maine.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't expect this from you. You were like on the fast track to an A+ weed studente, but you're fucking up there. Don't give your patients poison. That's gonna be the show. Thank you for listening. Thank you, idobi Radio, for being the best that you are. And go please buy our merch. We have holiday merch. Xmas Nerds
Xmas nerds.
is the code for free shipping. And we have like special like holiday like color paletted merchandise at coolnerdweedshow.bigcartel.com. You've seen Big Cartel around. They give you the goods. And find us on YouTube, Cool Nerd Weed Show. Go to there and watch all of our fun videos, some behind the scenes, and I guess you could go on Instagram, Cool Nerd Weed Show, if you want. We post there. There's like, links there and stuff. So if you don't see us, just check back every so often, like MySpace page, go look at it. Click through. And
Don't panic.
it's organic.